Hello everybody, we're on to day 20 of my January fitness challenge, so 20 of 31. Today's session is going to be a mobility session, so we're going to be going through some stretching and mobility exercises and movements to help get your body moving, help loosen up your joints and muscles, and just get you feeling a little bit better for the rest of the day. So we're going to go through some 90-90s, which is a hip mobility exercise, so we're going to try and open up the hips and get you going that way. Next one is going to be a thoracic mobility, so similar to what we've been doing before, moving up the upper part of our spine to get it rotating. One after that is going to be an iron cross, so that's another hip one, bit of a lower spine and some hamstrings. And then the second to last one is a lunge with a rotation, so we're just moving through a range of motion. And then the last one is just going to be a glute stretch, so the muscles on your bum, we're just going to try and stretch them out and get them moving. So we're going to start off with some 90-90s. I'll tell you the starting position. So it's going to be you sitting down, knees bent, and your feet just wider than shoulder or hip width apart. So just wider there. And then we're going to come down into this position. So 90 degrees at the knee, at both knees, and then across the other side. So we're going to start that when I start the timer. So we're going to do a minute of each exercise as always. So timer started there. So sit in this position and we're going to bring our knees down to the floor on each side, and it's just going to help open out our hips and get us feeling a little bit more mobile around the top of the legs. So as you can tell, my knees aren't changing the angles throughout the movement, so they're just staying in this position and we're just putting them to the floor and back up. If you're struggling without the hands, put your hands on the floor behind you, and then you can just move through this movement a little bit easier. Doesn't rely on you keeping your balance. So just 20 more seconds, and should hopefully feel the hips opening out, and you're working on the internal and external rotation here. So 5 more seconds. Let's keep going, and we're going on to a thoracic mobility. So we're going to start on all fours, hands and knees, one hand on the back of the head, and you're just going to rotate this elbow to the wall, and then the elbow to the ceiling. You're just going to go through this one side for 30 seconds, and then go through the other side for 30 seconds. So really pushing that elbow back to the wall behind us, and moving it through this range of motion. So 3 more seconds of this, then we'll swap arms. There we go. So you're trying to keep your hips nice and stable. You're just moving the shoulders and this thoracic spine. So last 10 seconds. And we're going on to an iron cross. Okay, so onto the iron cross. We're going to lie on our back with our arms outstretched either side of us. What we're going to do here is just take our right foot and put it over to our left hand. And we're just going to try and get as far as we can. Swap over legs. We're just taking our opposite foot and opposite hand and trying to touch them. So if you can't get your foot over to your hand, that's fine. Don't force it there. I just want you to get it as far as you can and hold it in that end range of motion. And try and keep this leg straight as it comes over. So if you're struggling with this one, just bring it up straight in front of you and then take it over to the side. This is really going to open out the hips, open up the spine, and get your whole body moving. Try and keep your hands on the floor throughout this, so they're not coming up as you're turning like this. Okay, next one, lunge with rotation. We're going to start on our right leg forward, left leg back, bring our upper body forward, and we're just going to rotate around this pivot for 30 seconds, then we'll swap legs. So you should be feeling a stretch down the front of your leg here. And keep a nice stable core. And then as you're rotating, feeling it around your back. So let's swap legs. So the more you feel that stretch, the more you pull forward here. So the more you come forward with the upper body, the more you're going to feel that stretch down the leg. Just 10 more seconds. And we're going on to our last exercise, our last stretch, which is for the glutes. So this one is set on the floor, one leg out stretch straight, and you're going to take one foot and put it over the other leg and really hug this knee into your chest. So try and keep the foot on the floor and hug the knee into your chest. You'll feel the stretch all the way down the outside of your bum here. So really squeeze it in, and this is stretching that glute. So let's swap legs. So bring that all the way up, try and get it as close as you can as to your opposite hip, and then squeeze the knee into the chest. If you can't feel that stretch, try and bring it closer to the opposite knee. So left knee to right shoulder, sorry. So you're taking it to the opposite shoulder and you're bringing it across the body, and you're really feeling that stretch down the outside. So this should help loosen up the hips as well and get you feeling a little bit looser. So last few seconds. Right, that's it. That's the end of the mobility session today. Hope you enjoyed that one. Hope it's, feeling a little bit more comfortable to get into the end ranges of motion. So try these again. Go through 10 minutes if you'd like, and hopefully you can get a little bit further with each stretch and each movement. See you again tomorrow.